So probably the most simple but most nuanced exercise we're going to be doing to warm up is the bodyweight squat. So to start off with, we really want to make sure we establish a great stance by putting our feet about shoulder width apart. And so this is probably going to be both the simplest and the most nuanced warm up we are going to be doing, and probably the most important exercise you will probably ever do. This is going to be the bodyweight squat. So the most important part is our setup. We really want to make sure that we have a great stance. So to start off with, we want to have our feet about shoulder width apart, maybe slightly more outwards. And in order to set your feet, you want to have them about 15 degrees outwards. One way to do that is you do a little bit of a toddler stomp, and then you want to make sure that your toes are at equal lengths. So just think duck feet or think toddler stomp, and you want to have your toes about 15 degrees apart. From here, what we're going to do is we're really going to focus on breathing and bracing throughout the movement. So before we start any sort of bodyweight squat, we really want to think, okay, breathe in. And then how we're going to brace is it's almost like we're being punched in the stomach. So we're going to brace our stomach as if we're about to be punched. We're going to crunch down, and then we're going to let the air go down into our stomach and really crunch it in your core. From here, we're going to really make sure that our chest is staying somewhat upright the entire time. We don't want to really focus on having our chest too upright, otherwise that's going to cause some bendage in our lower back. And we're going to focus on having our knees stacked over our toes during the entire movement. So think toddler stomp. Make sure I have that great duck feet base. And then knees stacked over toes. Make sure that I'm breathing in before I start my squat, and I'm crunching my core. Make sure that my chest is upright, but not too much up like that. And then from here, you're gonna focus on bringing your butt down and back. So from the side, it's gonna look like I'm bringing my butt first. So I'm going like this, dropping my butt down. I don't wanna have my knees jutting out too much over my toes. So you're gonna see that my butt is really engaging the movement. And from here, I'm gonna get down as deep as I possibly can without having any sort of lower back roundage. You're not gonna really be able to tell at first, but one good indicator that you're having some back roundage is A, you're experiencing any sort of pain during the movement. If you're experiencing some sort of pain, I'm gonna need you to stop the movement, and we're gonna need to reassess. Another thing is that our butt's going to do what's called a wink. So our butt's gonna go down like that whenever we do any sort of movement. You can usually feel it happening, but otherwise ask a person to spot you to see if you're doing some sort of butt winkage. So from here, I'm dropping my hips down, and I'm trying to get as low as possible. Just for a bodyweight squat, we're gonna have our hands out in front of us. And then from here, we're going to drive up, try to make sure that our knees are stacked over our toes the entire time. We don't want those pinching knees where we're pinching them in.